Marginal analysis, that economic term. In economics, the term marginal equals additional. Thinking on the margin or marginal analysis involves making decisions based on the additional benefit versus the additional cost. For example, you've been at the shopping mall for half an hour. The additional benefit of shopping for an additional half an hour might outweigh the additional cost, the opportunity cost, which we'll get to later. After 3 hours, the additional benefit from staying around an additional half an hour would likely be less than the additional cost. So basically, what we're looking at is you've been at the mall, you've made the decision to go to the mall, and now are you going to stay an additional half an hour? So you look at what's that half an hour benefit, what's that half an hour cost, and if the benefit is greater than the cost, you do the decision, you say, yes, I'm going to stay at the mall. If the cost is greater than the benefit, you say, nope, I'm not going to do it. Some other examples that I used at the bank, I looked at the marginal analysis of adding another teller to the drive-through. So I looked at the cost of that teller versus the benefit of the teller and how many transactions and how many revenue that they generated. And I looked at that for adding one additional teller. At Pizza Hut, we had hours at 2 o'clock in the morning on Friday and Saturday night. And then we used a year's worth of data looking at what was that hour from, say, like 1 to 2 in the sales, what was the 1 to 2 hour of the costs. Now, the costs were not rent and it wasn't all of the insurance stuff. It was just the people, the dough, the sauce for that hour that was spent. So we look at the additional benefit, the additional cost, and then we make the decision, should we stay open? And in this case, we actually decided on Friday and Saturday night to close at 11 o'clock because when I looked at the marginal analysis, we were losing money from 11 to 12, 12 to 1, 1 to 2. We were getting robbed. We weren't making any money. We were delivering pizzas to bad places, and it just didn't make sense. You also would look at the movie theaters and saying, okay, you have 24 movie theaters and you're going to add another six. What is the cost of the additional six? What's the sales of the additional six? And you look to see if you do this. So this is done quite a bit in business. You would do this also for studying. You've studied for a test for 2 hours and you're looking, okay, do I study another half an hour? Do I another study for another hour? I could be watching TV. I could be eating. I could be doing other things. What is my benefit of studying an additional half an hour? And then what is my cost? Something else I could be doing. This is marginal analysis, and individuals do it quite a bit in business.